One thing that always bothered me, Sadhguru, was why do human beings find it so hard to live and let live? Like, I think it's such a simple concept that I will mind my business, I will be happy, you do your thing. Like, countries are messing with each other, religions are messing with each other, castes are messing with each other, people, inside families, people mess with each other. So I'm just like, why can't everyone mind their own business and be happy and do their thing? So why is
that's a
living…
very simplistic desire. If you look at the way we are structuring our lives, it's designed for conflict.
Okay.
Right now, our idea of being happy, happiness means what? You must have this, this and this. So whatever that this and this, it is always in limited quantity. Now, right now as we sit here, between the tree and us there is a conflict. The tree wants to put its roots down into the earth, but because of people have been walking here, as much as she tries, she doesn't get to touch. See, there, close to the stem, it touched, but she wants all this because she knows her survival and her prosperity depends on how many roots will find the soil. But we are sitting here drinking tea, we think we are very happy, but we are encroaching because this is the nature of physical world. Because physical world or the physical itself has happened because of a defined boundary. Now, through the physical world, you're trying to achieve something which is not physical in nature. Your happiness was never physical, your joy was never physical, your love was never physical, it's something that you experienced. Certain pleasantness of life within you, which you gave names to it. But now you're trying to achieve the non-physical through physical means, and now as you expand, you will find it doesn't matter if you remove all the trees on the planet, still you're not happy. Not even healthy after some time, forget about happy. So this is always happening. Once we relate our experience of life to what we have and don't have, now conflict is inevitable because what you can have is always limited. Physical is always going to be limited because it's a world of boundaries. Without boundary, there's no physicality, isn't it? Without a defined boundary, there's no physicality. Now, you are a Devarakonda. Well, your ancestors settled for a small kingdom, but if you give them little power, they would like to occupy the next kingdom. In the history books, we will write, I come from the Vijayanagar empire. In the history books, if you read what glorious victories our Krishna Devaraya had, we are all very proud of it. But victories are never glorious, that's what the history books say. Victory is shameful, brings a whole lot of death, injury, widows, orphans. This is how victory is achieved always in a war, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because those who won write the history, they will describe it as glorious.
Yeah.
But those who lost,
Misery.
usually those who lost more people, more wealth, more misery, everything.
Yeah.
So, when we are looking at it this way, that our happiness is in having more, then conflict between individuals, conflict between communities, conflict between nations is inevitable. So this is why spiritual processes become important. This is why do you think I'm coming and meeting all this, all of you film stars and business leaders, all kinds of influencers, is because we want to make spiritual process the mainstream. Spiritual process does not mean looking up, looking down. Your experience of life should transcend the limitations of physical. Something beyond physical, if it's your living experience, you will see and you will do your physical to the extent it's necessary, not to a point of conflict.
So you're saying because of limited resources and greed…
No, because of limited experience. See, right now your entire experience is rooted in body and mind.
Yeah.
Physicality, isn't it?
Yeah.
But physicality wants to expand limitlessly. If you want to expand limitlessly, see, just ask anybody. Right now they have a little property, they want to make a little bigger property.
But this is more for security than just constant expansion, for most of us. Like I can make a bunch of money with what I'm doing, but I know that I just want like maybe 2 houses and 1 car
Why does one man need 2 houses?
for my parents.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You can have 10 also, that's not my concern.
Yeah, so I'm
All
saying
I'm saying
I'm not
is,
constantly
is-
expanding.
No, you will expand. See, your expansion may not be in property. See, if you know money, you'll think only unlimited money. If you know property, you'll think unlimited property. If you know knowledge, unlimited knowledge. If you know fame, you will look at unlimited fame. So, whatever your currency may be, but you can't stop human beings from expanding. So, how much expansion does one want? If I make you, instead of Devarakonda, I'll make you the king of this planet, will you be fulfilled?
No.
Because you will look at the other planets, you look at the other galaxies.
As in first I'll say I don't want to be king of the planet, I don't
No,
want
I'm not planning to make you. Suppose we make you the king of the planet, immediately you will look up, what about the moon? What about the sun? What about the galaxy? This is the nature of human being, because human being wants to expand, nothing wrong with it. It is just that wrong means is being employed, in the sense, you want to expand limitlessly, but you're choosing the dimension of boundaries to expand limitlessly.
Okay, so you're saying…
What you're seeking is boundlessness, but you're seeking it through boundaries of physicality. So unless your experience of life goes beyond your physical self, this is how it'll always be. Conflict is inevitable.
But then this is something most of us will never end up doing.
That is why we are saying, why this effort right now to touch the youth, to touch the world, is to bring what is called as, in Tamil Nadu we said, Orusattu Anmikam, one-drop spirituality. Spirituality does not mean you have to take sannyas and walk on the street or do something else, sit in a temple, this is not what it is. Within you, your experience is little more than body and mind. Something beyond that has become a living experience for you. If this one thing happens, you will naturally function consciously. This compulsive need to expand will go away, because once you touch a non-physical dimension, then you're boundless. Once there is an experience of boundlessness, you understand physicality has to be managed. In this world, we have to make space for the tree, the ant, the bird, the elephant and the other people also. Not as a philosophy, but as a living experience.
This is all coming from some sort of greed and expansion.
I wouldn't use the word greed. This is longing to expand limitlessly, which is essentially a spiritual desire finding physical expression. Wrong means, it's like you're driving your car but you want to go to the moon. If you try very hard, you will be in Hussain Sagar.
Maybe we are doing it unconsciously.
Totally unconsciously.
This need to expand is very unconscious.
See, the need to expand is wonderful, otherwise human beings wouldn't progress. But it's being conducted unconsciously, and we have misunderstood this longing to expand limitlessly as a physical need, because right now our experience is limited to physical self.